Kia ora. This short video highlights New Zealand's international investment patterns from the latest Balance of Payments annual release for March 2013. We've also incorporated overseas merchandise trade and international trade and services data for the June 2013 year. This gives a fuller picture of our country's international financial and trade links. New Zealand investment abroad from all countries was $163.9 billion at March 2013. Examples of our investment abroad are New Zealand companies setting up subsidiaries overseas and Kiwis investing in foreign share markets. Foreign investment into New Zealand was $315.5 billion, almost twice the size of our investment abroad. Examples include New Zealand banks borrowing from offshore and overseas investors buying government-issued bonds. Australia continues to be our most significant trading partner. New Zealand investment in Australia increased by $2.5 billion to reach $48.2 billion at March 2013. It remained our top destination for investment. Australia is also the top export market for New Zealand's goods and services. Over half of New Zealand's investment in Australia is portfolio investment. Portfolio investment measures financial assets and liabilities that are tradable. Examples are shares and debt securities. New Zealand fund managers channel a large amount of investment through the Australian Stock Exchange. Included in this are the KiwiSaver contributions made by New Zealand individuals. We export a wide range of goods to our neighbour. The largest for 2013 was crude oil. Exports of services to Australia are driven by our tourism industry because many Australians holiday on our shores. Australia's investment in New Zealand accounts for over a third of our country's total foreign investment. This makes Australia by far our top foreign investor. The value of goods we import from Australia is second only to imports from China. Australia's investment in New Zealand is dominated by direct investment. Direct investment exists when a company owns another company in a different country. The New Zealand banking sector has a high level of Australian ownership. This has a carryover effect on portfolio and other investment as these banks borrow funds from their Australian parents. The United States is a key investment and trade partner for New Zealand. Although the US remained our third most popular source of foreign investment in 2013, investment fell to its lowest level since 2004. This was driven by New Zealand banks borrowing less from the US. The US accounts for just under 20% of New Zealand's investment abroad. It is a popular destination for Kiwis buying into overseas share markets. Portfolio investment in the US was at its highest level in 2013, reaching $16 billion. The US is also our third largest export destination and is a key market for New Zealand meat and dairy products. Services we export to the US include our film industry's activity. Despite being a key market for our goods imports and exports, the People's Republic of China is not one of our top investment partners. However, our investment relationship with China is growing. Compared with 5 years ago in 2008, our investments in China have increased by $833 million, while China's investment in New Zealand is up by $1.5 billion. Over the same 5-year period, our goods exports have grown significantly, while the trade and services has remained relatively stable. Japan sneaks into the top 5 of New Zealand's main investment partners. Over the latest year, our investment into Japan has increased as fund managers purchased short-term debt securities. However, Japan's investment in New Zealand has remained relatively stable. A number of our long-standing companies are Japanese-owned. Despite the steady stock of direct investment from Japan, in 2013, Singapore overtook Japan as New Zealand's fourth largest source of direct investment. Direct investment from Singapore was up $1.5 billion over the last year. Our final stop on this whirlwind tour of the world is Europe. A large amount of foreign investment into New Zealand comes from Europe, dominated by the United Kingdom, which had $52.9 billion invested at March 2013. The next largest investing country was the Netherlands with $3.6 billion. This was followed by Switzerland, which invested $1.8 billion, Germany at $1.2 billion, and France at $897 million. For more information on New Zealand's international trade and investment, keep an eye out for these upcoming releases.